PlayStation 5 set to debut in 2020 and the Xbox Scarlet not far behind, many anime fans that are gamers have one question. What anime properties will be getting the next-gen treatment? Of course, we can expect our usual franchises such as Dragon Ball, One Piece, Mobile Suit Gundam, JoJo Bizarre Adventures, just to name a few. However, here at Otakus Geeks, we feel there are tons of anime franchises that deserve their first game or deserve another chance in their own gaming IP. Here's our list of 10 animes that deserve the next-gen treatment. Number 10, Vampire Hunter D. Vampire Hunter D is way overdue for a new video game. The last time I remember personally playing Vampire Hunter D was for the PlayStation 1. While the graphics and presentation was good for its time, the gameplay tried to emulate Resident Evil a little bit too much. The tank controls and fixed camera angles made combat very, very difficult. I think D in this day and age will fit really good with the Bayonetta or Devil May Cry type of gameplay. And I think a more action-based Vampire Hunter D will be ecstatic. It will be absolutely amazing, especially with today's technical prowess. There's so much things you can do with D, and I think he's way, way, way overdue to get a new one. Just think about it. The gameplay of Devil May Cry or Bayonetta with this great character, because we know just from the anime how strong and how great action this anime is. Just think of the boss battles. The possibilities are completely endless. Number 9, Ghost in the Shell. This is an absolutely no-brainer. Ghost in the Shell is one of the most popular anime franchises of all time. And unfortunately, it hasn't translated well into the video game medium. From the tank-driven controls of Ghost in the Shell for the PS1, to the decent standalone complex for the PS2, and to the most recent, unfortunately the failed Ghost in the Shell standalone complex vs. Assault online, Ghost in the Shell, I believe, is deserving of another shot. It's still one of the most pop culture references when it comes to anime, and I have a vision for this game, especially with today's technical power. Imagine this, everybody. An open world Ghost in the Shell game where you create your own character and start off as a rookie in Section 9. You'll be able to join Bato, the Major, and various other characters as they solve cases. LA Noir style. Gameplay will be just like a standard third-person shooter with some nice melee elements, but it can be amazing. Imagine the graphics that this thing could pull out in the cyberpunk. It will be something to see. Definitely Ghost in the Shell has to get a next-gen treatment. Number 8, Gantz. Gantz is another anime franchise that I think deserves another shot in the video game medium. The PS2 version was horrible. We are going to leave it like that. But with its story, its characters, its concept, I think this can actually work in today's day and age, especially with the big emphasis on multiplayer. So imagine this, a multiplayer Gantz game, offline or online, where you're able to take you and your team to strategize. And there'll be, of course, a third-person action game where you'll be able to hunt down the monsters, and there'll be actual consequences if one of your team members die or if you die. And that will be something I would definitely love to see, because it will emphasize on teamwork. And as the time goes on, of course, there'll be free DLC where they upgrade the monsters. It will be something very good to see in very story-driven base. I will definitely love to see another take at Gantz. Number 7, Tenshi Muyo. Tenshi Muyo is one of those games I also feel deserves another shot at the video game medium. Just looking at it from the Super Nintendo game that you're seeing right here, I think an RPG works very well for the Tenshi universe, just because all the cast of characters that they have, from Ryoko, Ayaka, Sasami, Washu, Tenchi. There's so much you can do here, especially when it comes to powers and abilities. And Tenchi has such a rich story, from the OVA to the movies to Tenchi in Tokyo, and I think an RPG can cover all of that story and actually introduce Tenchi to a whole new audience. I would love to see a new tactical old school RPG. We don't really get those tactical RPGs anymore, and I would definitely love to see a nice return to form. And I think Tenchi is the anime to do that, to really capture that RPG feel and have that light humor and fun, adventurous things that we all love about the Tenchi universe. Definitely deserves to be on this list. Number 6, Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk, to me, is still mind-boggling. The fact that we only have the Super Nintendo and arcade games for this. This is one of the most beloved sports animes, arguably, of all time. It's universally praised. It's universally loved. And I still don't understand how we still don't have this game. I know the basketball market is dominated by NBA 2K, but it would be nice to have a little bit of variety once in a while. A nice arcadey basketball game with the characters from Slam Dunk within the universe that goes through the story. And hell, you have your story mode, and then you'll have your versus mode, online multiplayer, offline multiplayer, a nice arcadey basketball game. Let's throw it back to those days where we had that type of fun. And I would definitely love to see this again. It's just mind-boggling the fact that Slam Dunk has not been picked up to like, hey, let's put it on the next consoles. But definitely another anime that's really slept on that deserves its own game. Number 5, Air Gear. Air Gear is one of those animes I just go, why is this not a game? Just from the concept alone with Iki and his ATs and just having your own group and getting the badges and just the way when you watch the show and the animation, how these guys race violently at that, but the way they pull off the tricks, it just screams another skating video game. And skating video games are very hard to come by these days. It's kind of a dead genre at this point. And what a way to revise it with something from an anime property, Air Gear. It's something I would definitely love to see. It has a great story, it has some really playable characters. Might be a little bit of the fan service. Some people these days might get a little annoyed with that, but it works very well, and I can see it to this day. A little mix of skate, Tony Hawk, Jet Set Radio, add in a little bit of mayhem such as Road Rash, and you got a good, perfectly good Air Gear game. Definitely an anime I would love to see get the next gen treatment. Number 4, Gunslinger Girl. Gunslinger Girl is one of those anime properties that I also feel deserves another shot at the video game medium. It has a great story, wonderful characters. I'm Team Henrietta, by the way. But unfortunately, the installment that we got for the PS2 never made it to the States, and it was a rail shooter. With today's gameplay elements and developers introducing new ways to play games, I think a free flow combat style that we see in Arkham or Spider-Man games mixed with the tactical precision of Hitman, I think could give us a new way of how we approach anime games, because anime games usually feel very arcadey, but a more grounded approach to Gunslinger Girls with focus on the story and the character development, I think would be really great for this series, and I think that's something everybody would love to see, and it'll be a nice return to form to the universe. Number 3, Egro Proxy. I know some of you right now going, what? But hear me out. Egro Proxy to me is a very underrated, underappreciated cyberpunk thriller anime. And I think with the graphically from the PS5 or the XBOX Scarlet can really capture this world. This world is beautiful to look at if you've never seen the gloom take that this anime has. The use of its dark colors, the way Riel is presented, I think a survival horror or an action survival horror will work very well. In the terms gameplay of Resident Evil 2 with a little bit of choices like Detroit Human and a little bit of the investigation, like I said, for Ghost in the Shell of LA Noire, I think this will work very, very well. It has a great story, it has some great characters, and I will absolutely love to play in this world that starts off with the actual show and then expands upon it afterwards. So I would definitely like to see that. Number 2, Robotech. Robotech is one of my favorite animes of all time, and it's one of my favorite mech animes, space drama animes. Love it to death. It definitely deserves the next gen console treatment. I can imagine the visual aesthetics and gameplay for this for the PS5 and Xbox Scarlet and the Switch even. This will look gorgeous, especially with the rich story elements that it has from the Macross Saga to the Invid Saga. I would love to play this game through all its 85 episodes and just get the little bit of pieces of the Robotech War. It would be phenomenal. Robotech Battle Cry was great. We had appearances from Rick Hunter, Lin and May, Lisa Hayes, Roy Folker. It was an absolute blast. Gameplay got a little bit repetitive, but it was action-packed. Controls were very fluid and intuitive. It needs a update. We need a new Robotech game. Definitely deserves that number 2 spot. Number 1, Yu Hakusho. Yu Hakusho has not had a game, correct me if I'm wrong, for the consoles since the Dark Tournament saga that came out for the PS2, as you see in this trailer right here. I personally want to see a new game for the PS5 or Xbox Scarlet. It's well deserved. I would like to have a story mode / fighting game with beat 'em up elements, and I'm gonna explain that in a second, that takes place from the Spirit Detective saga all the way to the end of the series. And the beat 'em up elements will come into play when you're not fighting the main boss, such as Toguro or something like that, or doing the Dark Tournament saga. There'll be like side missions for like when Keiko and Botan was getting chased by the 4 Saint Beast creatures. That will be like the beat 'em up elements while Yusuke is fighting the 4 Saint Beasts. I would love to see a different combination of styles. Yu Hakusho has such a rich history and such rich characters. It's a crime that it has not gotten its just due with another game. Yes, they have appeared in various Jump Superstar appearances, but I want it to have its own IP. I think it's well deserved and it's way overdue. So that's our list, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you think. What anime games do you want to see for our next gen consoles? Leave a comment below and let us know, and we'll see you guys next time. Later days. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. Like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly of all, visit otakusandgeeks.com. That's where we're really hanging out. Peace.